Hello, we are the Innova-tsn SAS Hackathon team, and today we are going to present our innovative solution, the Vulnerability Radar, a tool built with SAS and powered by large language models to generate strategies and focus resources to reduce poverty.
You may wonder where this idea came from. Well, we identified that traditional poverty measurement methods are expensive due to the number of surveys needed to obtain representativeness. They also have several limitations in the analysis and disaggregation of information. And in addition, there is a time lag between measurement. This creates a knowledge gap that limits the efficiency in which governments and organizations can listen to citizens and allocate resources. So we asked ourselves, what would happen if we made our knowledge and technology available to resolve this problem?
We chose a territory, Colombia, one of the countries where Innova-tsn is located, where the incidence of monetary poverty is 33%, and multidimensional poverty is 12.9%. With another important characteristic being that 86% of the population has access to mobile internet, which facilitates access to social networks and consulting through the media. We work as a team to understand more about the country, its regions, its culture, and the use of digital platforms and social networks. And we chose a social situation that meets all of us, vulnerability and poverty. In addition, in the international context, the Sustainable Development Goals defined by the United Nations seek to eradicate poverty and define new ways of measuring it.
We connect with this initiative based on empathy and solidarity, because there are people from Colombia on our team, some of whom have worked in government positions and understand the impact that the tool will generate for both administrations and citizens.
We understood that one of the ways to measure poverty in Colombia is taking multidimensional poverty as a reference, calculated by the National Statistics Department, DANE, based on surveys. We decided to use this indicator as a reference for the search of citizen comments, content, and news about educational conditions, childhood and youth conditions, work, health, housing, and public services. Additionally, we included a general indicator called inequality and hunger. This captures the general perception of the citizens regarding poverty.
We designed the solution and sources of information to extract public perception and centralize the news. Google Trends identifies the frequency of searches for each topic, providing an approximation of citizens' concerns. Google News, that serves as news aggregation portal, where topic-based searches retrieve related news from a variety of national and local media outlets. Facebook, one of the platforms with the highest number of users, with estimated 31 million accounts in Colombia by 2023. And X, that allows searching by topics, keywords, accounts, and trends.
We defined the technology roadmap. Using LLMs and SAS, we analyze dozens of comments, news articles, and trends from these platforms to extract information to identify areas of increased vulnerability in real time, and learn how people manifest vulnerability, resist poverty, and socioeconomic problems. How could we identify these social struggles? We extracted information through web scraping using Python's Selenium library. Next, to exclude unrelated text, we apply cosine similarity by comparing text with relevant terms. We then label the sentiment of each post using verb, when, and llama models. Finally, we extracted the entity and the department region name. In this way, we were able to classify them in departments or regions, dimension, and sentiment, identifying the proportion of negative text by theme and location, which indicates some type of alert. This is complemented with a summary of the test created with the help of ChatGPT so that the decision maker can know the reason for the alert displayed, something that is not possible to identify through surveys.
Our performance showed that the vulnerability radar is consistent with damage measurements from previous years. The areas with the highest incidence of poverty have been the Guajira and Choco departments and the Amazon and Orinoco regions. When comparing with our tool, the same zones are marked. Analyzing the results of each indicator, the vulnerability radar identifies the following patterns. For educational conditions, the most recurrent areas are the Amazon and Orinoco regions, with a particular emphasis on the department of Bichada and Baupés. In terms of childhood and adolescent conditions, Once again, the Amazon and Nari algorithms, in addition to the department of Chocó, are those with the highest number of elites. Inequality and hunger are more frequent in the Caribbean region, and Chocó consistent with Danish official poverty measurements. Health is most predominant in the departments of Guamía, Michada, and Chocó. Employment has the highest incidence in the Eastern Plains and El Paupés. Housing and utilities are generalized problems at the national level.
SAS Bio dashboards allow us to visualize the data interactively, making it easier for stakeholders to understand the results and identify early warnings. We combine empathy and technology to build a tool that goes beyond traditional data analysis by offering a sustainable and scalable solution. Knowing and listening to the needs and requests of citizens, categorization of information according to poverty indicators, providing geo-localized information, displaying changes in sentiment trends over time, prioritizing the specific needs of each area, identifying causes of poverty incidents, and consistent with official quality measurements.
After finalizing the tool, we found that it can have a great impact because it allows dynamic monitoring and help decision makers to respond quickly to emerging issues. These insights are not only valuable to governments, but can also benefit the private sector by optimizing initiatives such as product placement or marketing strategies.
This project has a huge scalability potential. It can be adapted to monitor changes in perception related to economic changes, natural disaster, or changes in government policy. It can also revolutionize the way resources are distributed on a global scale by providing a standardized approach to analyzing and comparing social issues across regions. Based on this prototype, we can envision a visualizer that includes a chatbot before we explore the already identified issues. It is especially relevant for decision makers in public policy, as there are always questions left unanswered that traditional methods cannot address. With this vulnerability radar, we prove that technology and well-targeted knowledge help mitigate social problems and improve the lives of citizens.
Decision makers can now rely on real-time data to make more informed choices instead of depending entirely on surveys.